You people that put Trump in office. You have started World War III. Now I have to go fight and go fight. Because of you. America is ruined. And the only way forward is communism. Excruciating jobs. Sitting at a desk. Programming. The internet is supposed to be a place for cat videos, pictures of Baby Yoda, Big Chungus. Shame on all.
World War III. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the twatters.com. So, we're on Twitter, and everyone is going on about World War III, World War meme, and it's honestly, well, I honestly don't think World War III is going to happen. However, tensions are rising. Here you can see Fur says, first time in history, red flag unfurled over the holy dome of Jamkharan Mosque, Qom, Iran. According to ancient traditions, red flag a symbol of a severe battle to come. Hashtag World War III. So these people in Iran are apparently very angry that an up-and-coming terrorist general was taken out. They're upset over his death and they want revenge. They want revenge on America. They attacked the US Embassy. I think these people are biting off more than they can chew. To pick a fight with the most powerful nation on earth, you'd have to be crazy. But before all that, a quick word from today's sponsor.
Zuck the cuck drinks water like a duck, but he also drinks your data. So tell him and Google to shove your data up their schwing-schwangs by downloading the Brave browser. It's free, blocks online advertising, and protects your privacy and data from evil tech companies. You only see ads if you want to see them, and you get cryptocurrency for your attention. Don't let Zuck use you to make a buck. Download Brave by clicking on the link down below.
But the real story here is all these darn memes.
We are going to America.
Germany realizing World War III won't be their fault. Oh, I wouldn't count Germany out of the race just yet. Germany historically has a really good history of completely ruining things. My dumbass when I see the World War III trending and realize I can finally die. Hashtag WW3 memes. Why the heck do people have to use copyrighted music in all of these memes? Like, seriously, like, do normies have so little creativity and so little understanding of anything that, oh, we just gotta put a cool song under the video, we just need it.
Seeing a deathmatch. Let's do this.
Children in 27 buying the new Call of Duty WW3, me under Iran soil. All the people with glasses are going to turn into Velma.
Bitches, where the fuck are my glasses? Freddy! Daphne!
Oh, that's funny because I actually wear glasses. You know, I see a lot of memes going around about people afraid that they're going to get drafted and, oh, I got to fake a medical condition so I don't get drafted. It just goes to show you the kind of cowards that live in modern society. No, I don't want to go to war either, don't get me wrong, but I also don't have to fake a medical condition. I have several. So this user says, fire the missiles. Me knowing completely nothing about missiles. I don't even know how that happens. How exactly does a rocket ricochet off of a building? So what's more interesting is this little story from Apex TV. It's a story about a man who claims to be a time traveler. His name is Michael Phillips, and he claims that he was born in the year 2043. The interesting thing is, he predicts that in 2020, World War III will break out.
My name is Michael Phillips, and I am a time traveler. I was born in 2043. At the age of 18, I joined the army, had a few years there, and then I was recruited into the SES, the 21st SES Regiment to be exact. We carried out a number of missions in countries that I'm not allowed to name because I've signed the Official Secrets Act. And from there, I was contacted by a government department that called themselves Section 18. They told me they were a reconnaissance unit. However, it turned out to be something quite different. So I was then transferred to MOD Boston Down, and there they took me into a hangar, and in that hangar I saw this 8-foot sized spheroid object. I was then briefed on what this object actually was. Turns out it was a time machine.
So as you can already tell, it's very cryptic. He claims to be from the future. I don't notice any unique accent, so they didn't make up a unique accent for the future. And there's really nothing here that could be contrived as, oh, this must be a time traveler. He knows so many things. Like, oh my God, it's so amazing.
Time machine, it uses two micro singularities, one at the top.
So this is something common in science fiction. You take words that sound scientific. Oh, singularity. Oh, micro singularity. Let me tell you this. If there was a micro singularity anywhere near the Earth, okay, we would probably all die. A singularity is an infinitely dense point. The gravity is immense. Just being near that would destroy you. So, okay.
On one at the bottom to power the craft into it creates a gravimetric distortion. And distortion then tears a hole in time-space.
Yeah, this is such bullcrap. A gravimetric, what does that mean exactly? Okay, I hate to sound like some poor, stupid peasant primitive from the early days. A gravimetric distortion? And you're gonna tear a hole in space-time? Do you understand that as far as we know, space has never been torn? It expands, but it doesn't tear. That's a pretty big property of space.
What you consider as UFOs are actually time-space craft.
Now that, my friends, is interesting.
The U.S. Navy has finally acknowledged that videos appearing to show UFOs flying through the air are real. They don't call them UFOs, they call them unidentified aerial phenomena. The several videos they're talking about were recorded years ago by fighter pilots. Then in 2017, they were made public by the New York Times. More now from our Randy Kay.
Look at this thing. It's rotating.
Images of that rotating thing captured by U.S. Navy aircraft, sensors locking in on the target. Commander David Fravor saw it firsthand during a training mission, describing it like a 40-foot-long tic-tac, maneuvering rapidly and changing direction.
As we both looked out the right side of our airplane, we saw a disturbance in the water and a white object, oblong, pointing north.
See, now this is interesting. This is something that can't be explained. This is something that the Navy reveals is real. It's a real unidentified object. We don't know what it is. We just know that it moves unlike anything we've ever seen. And I listened to the podcast on Joe Rogan about it. The guy was saying that it moves unlike any technology we possibly have, potentially light years, well, not light years, but hundreds of years beyond our own. So this is the part that actually scares me a bit, because this is something that actually matches up to that time traveler testimony. Of course, would a time traveler really be allowed to tell these details? And let's just be hypothetical here. If time travel is real, that means that there must be something about time that is unchangeable. In other words, you can't change the past. Now, I wouldn't know exactly how that works, and I wouldn't know exactly why you would go back to the past in the first place, but there you go.
They have the ability to travel in space and also time. Many UFOs that you do see in the skies are in fact time travelers. My time at Boston Down, I embarked on a number of missions. The first was to the year 2138, which was very interesting because it was not at all like I know the Earth to be now. In fact, it was rather polluted, and people are quite tribal, and it wasn't a pleasant place to be.
Okay, so now I know this is bullshit. Okay, like this is some vision of a high fantasy world where everyone lives in peace and harmony and people aren't tribal and oh my god, it's so clean now. Oh, get off it. This is complete fiction. This is complete nonsense. This would never happen. So more importantly, let's try to find the part where he says World War III in 2020.
Now let me see your war face.
There is a limited nuclear exchange in 2019, March of 2019.
So this never happens. I'm pretty sure March 2019 came and went. So yeah, this clip is circulating on Twitter with the memes. Oh my god, the time traveler called World War III. But as you can see, his details really do not match up. I like the bit about the UFOs though. So if you want my honest opinion about what this World War III nonsense is really about, I think people are just using this as an excuse to say, oh, we're gonna go to war, this is all Trump's fault, Orange Man bad, blah, 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 blah. Okay. You know, people make their memes, it's trending, it's funny to an extent, but I also think it's not funny. Okay, because you got people in Iran who actually think they could take the United States. They will be reduced to rubble. Okay, I don't want to hear them chanting, "Oh, we're gonna destroy America. We're gonna destroy America." Whatever they have to say. Okay, it's not gonna happen. I mean, I just don't see the logic in antagonizing America, because America has the technology, has the money, has the budget to completely wipe you off the face of the earth. I just don't see it. Don't mess with America. It's simple. Don't mess with America. So here on the Hacker 4chan's Anonymous says, it won't be a world war. Everyone is afraid of us. Now, I don't know about that. I think there's a lot of people out there who aren't afraid of us, but should be. Anonymous replies, haha, go to Darwin and tell some diggers how you saved Australia from the Imperial Japanese Armada, then got glassed, jaw broken, stooled, and have your unconscious fat arse thrown to the curb for abos to take you into the dunnies and get the abo gang struggle snuggle treatment. Fat F Seppo. I don't even know what some of these words even mean. Just come to Australia and I'll deck ya. Oh, good old Australians, always keeping it real on the internet.
Never make eye contact with a tree.
Okay, so here Annan's giving us some backstory into why this even happened. Do not expect the US to wait on Iran to kick things off. The execution of Salami was planned for some time and resulted for his being in charge of an attack on Saudi oil facilities. Keep in mind, this piece of shit has a long history in the Middle East of trouble, including the Beira attack that killed 220 Marines. So this guy was he was a bad man, and he got Americans killed. And you know, he's been attacking us for the first time. A lot of people don't know this, but America actually has a lot of policies, a lot of which are set by the Geneva Convention, which is stupid. Screw the Geneva Convention. I hate it. It's stupid. Screw it. But generally speaking, the US will not attack unless attacked first. But when it does attack, oh boy, you better run. So here's a really stupid argument. Anonymous says, Americans have proven multiple times you can't beat a bunch of farmers with AKs. Look, guerrilla warfare is nothing like actual warfare, and most people didn't die to the so-called farmers. They died because of the environment. Stuff like Vietnam, people died because of the jungle. It's not easy to survive in the jungle. But you know what, my friends, that's pretty much it. People asked me to look at this World War III boogaloo, and these are just my thoughts. I wanted to talk about the prophecy a little bit and kind of explain how it doesn't really match up. People are being selective. People do this all the time. Anytime something remotely interesting happens, they blow it out of proportion and it's some big thing, but really, I don't think there's going to be a World War III. And if there is, Iran's going to get blown the fuck. Iran will probably regret it, but that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about the World War III boogaloo? Do you think the time has come? Do you think that it's time we're all going to get drafted, we're all going to go to war? The time traveler was right, but it just so happens that ripples in the space-time continuum caused by the gravimetric micro-singularities might have slightly changed the timeline and the details, but since history is inevitable, there'll still be a World War III. Maybe, just maybe, the prophecy is coming true. But be sure to let me know what you think. Now, as always, if you want to support the content that I make, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. You can also share this video. I really appreciate it when people share my content, so if you think this video is interesting, maybe share it on social media. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.